want to shout out some good friends of ours, Nico and Mai. They saw the last video and they offered to come out here and help us with this, and that's pretty awesome, friends. We love you guys and we appreciate the offer.
Really? You always smell me. Good morning, guys. It is Dorothy with 6 Day Ranch. So today's the big day. We're gonna start digging to figure out where this water leak is coming from so we can get that fixed. Funny story. Yesterday we went to church, and when we got home, somebody decided to get her head stuck in the pig's pen. So she had her head stuck in one of the panels for the pigs. Thankfully the pigs didn't bother her too much. So we had to get her unstuck. We're gonna try to post that picture that I took of her down below. Right, but you're fine. You're fine. The pigs didn't bite you. You're good. Sorry about that. Our neighbors stopped to talk to me real quick. They're always really friendly. They're the people behind us. Hi, she was complimenting you. Anyways, yeah, she got stuck. So it was pretty interesting. I honestly thought that we were gonna have to cut the cattle panel and get her out, but Stephen was able to shimmy her back through because her horns were getting stuck. Thankfully she didn't break a horn or anything like that, because then that would cause other problems. And like I said, the pigs didn't bite at her or anything like that. Of course, when we went over there, they tried to bite her horn, but thankfully we were there. So I don't know how long she was there, but she's doing good. So I'm gonna take care of everybody. I've already checked on these guys. They're really good. Aren't ya? They're good. Everybody seems to be good over here, so we're just gonna go take care of everybody out in the pasture, and then we're gonna start digging. Hopefully Stephen's work isn't gonna be too busy for him today, and he's gonna try to break away and come help. They still want my attention. Jules! She tries, I don't know if you can see her, she tries to bite at the gate to get it open. One day I'm sure they're gonna figure it out. So let's take care of these guys, and then we'll see you when we're starting to dig. To make it easy, I'm gonna do exactly what I did yesterday. I'm going to let the goats out and let them roam around the main part of the yard, because then they'll leave me alone to where I can get everything out in the pasture accomplished without them trying to eat my chicken feed or just cause problems, because they like to holler the entire time. Yep, you hear them? So I'm just gonna let them out. I know. There you go. Go have fun. Shop's closed up. They don't know what to do. So I'm gonna leave them be. We're gonna go out to the pasture, get everything done, and then like I said, we're gonna start digging. Hopefully Stephen can join me. I started just a little bit yesterday to kind of see where the leak might be coming from. So I started digging just a little bit to the left of it, which I got to dry ground. So I know it's not there, so I'm gonna start where it's more saturated today and just start and take my time. Hopefully they don't follow me. I'm gonna try to get done because I got chicken feed in the back of the mule and they're following me. So I'm gonna hurry up and get this done. See you guys in a bit. They were moved. The misters are on, and I'm glad I remembered because today is their last day on feed. So tomorrow they're not going to get any feed, because Saturday we're actually going to be doing processing these guys. So they are supposed to be 24 hours without feed just to clear out their crop. And so we've only got a few more days with these guys. Your misters are on. You're going to get cooled off real soon. So they got food and water, and then I have the sprinkler on. I actually have to move it because it's too close to the pigs area. We don't want the area that it's spraying to get wet in their area, so I'm gonna move it to the left just a little bit. Or even just try again. Let's try again. I'm gonna try one more time to run both to see if we have enough water pressure. Let's see. Yeah, so that actually shortens it enough to where I have the pig's water on, the sprinkler, and the mister, so we're good to go. So now I'm gonna go take a quick break and get something to drink, and then we're gonna start digging. And like I said, hopefully Stephen's work is easy enough for him to be able to come out and help. And if not, then I'll just wait till this evening for him. But I may just go ahead and get started a little bit. I started digging. Steven should be out any minute now. He's been pretty busy at work again today, but he's gonna come out soon. He's finishing up a few things, but I just want to show you the water is coming from there. So every time I dig and I get all the water out, more just comes from right over there, which means we'll probably have to dig more that way. But this is where the main water line goes, and it's supposed to go right up through there to the next, right next to the house. So water line's somewhere through here. We just gotta find it. And a bad thing about Texas is we've got that red clay, so I've hit the clay, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but I'm gonna actually dig more towards the way that the water is pooling or coming from to hopefully find something. One step down, I found the pipe, and thankfully I hit just to the right of it actually. So that means since I didn't hit on top of the pipe, there's less chance for us to cause an even worse break. The only thing I have to find now is where the water's coming from. But that little white thing right there, that's our pipe. So I dug way too far over, but that's okay. I dug where the most saturated ground was, so I'm just gonna dig around it, dig on top of it, and get all that out. And then we're probably gonna go just a little bit farther. That might be where the break is, I'm not sure, but you can obviously see this is where the water is coming from. You can see it coming through stupid clay. So Steven's about to be out for sure. I just went and told him I found the pipe. Man, this is hot day. So I dig a little bit, and then I sit on the mule, drink some good water and Gatorade, and stay cool. And of course, I forgot to put the goats up earlier, so they're eating all my crepe myrtle trees leaves. So as long as they're not getting into anything else, I'm just gonna leave them out for now. But I did it. Proud moment right now. Apparently all 5 ducks wanted to see what I was up to. I guess I have an audience now because the goats keep coming over here, and now all 5 ducks. So I got the pipe exposed. I think I found the leak. Looks like it's coming from that joint right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just stop, because I don't want to kill myself digging more than I have to, because this is where Steven comes in for sure, because I have no idea what to do whenever it comes to plumbing. Like I said, he's really knowledgeable in that area, so I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I see where the water's coming from, and it looks like it's leaking from that spot right there. So I'm just gonna go inside, take a few minute break, and wait for Steven to finish up to where he can come out. Man, it's hot. And then we'll keep you guys updated on what we're gonna do.
Hey guys, so Beautiful got started on this digging. I told her not to, but she's hard-headed, but I love her. Oops. So she got started on this digging. I finally got off work for the day, so I came out here and finished the hole. And if you guys will look, there's it's about 20 inches or so below grade, and it was painful. You can still see all the rock in there. Our driveway comes over right here, so it's pretty painful with all the rock. So the leak is coming from the side of this compression coupling right here. And in the past, when I've seen compression couplings underground, because I've used them myself in the past, it's usually because someone previously repaired it. It's one of the easiest ways to repair an underground pipe like this, because these pipes, especially the bigger ones, they don't have a lot of flex in them for you to pull it apart, put a coupling, and, you know, slam it back together. What we did is, you can't see it from here, but over there, there's an underground valve between that cattle trailer and the utility trailer. And then over beside the house is the main valve to close off the water supply to the house. So valves close there, valves close there. So there's still going to be water in this line that's going to come out, but you want to isolate as much water in the line as possible, because once you open it, that's going to come into your hole. You're going to have to pump that out or scoop it out. We've been using a cup. And so the water is off. So with the compression fitting, you got a big rubber type washer that sleeves over the pipe. If you've ever worked underneath your sink, it's the same type of fittings that they use on the drain piping in your sink. On either side of this, it looks pretty good. The gasket's actually in fairly good shape. You can tell this one's worn down just a little bit. There were some really tiny roots about this size. If I can pull one out, there were some tiny roots about this size growing through this. The God's creation, man. These plants sometimes are relentless. They can find anywhere to grow. And over time, you wouldn't think they'd have the strength, but over time they can bust some pretty large pipes. Happens in sewer pipes all the time. So more than likely that's what it was. So we're gonna clean this up. I'm gonna drain the water out of this hole. We're gonna clean this up real good, and then we're going to cinch it back down and we're going to pressure check it and see if this thing still leaks. I've got a very low-tech solution for keeping the pipes clean. So when you dig out your dirt and you're ready to work on the plumbing, I always rinse it off with bottled water or whatever to clean it off as good as I can. But you obviously don't want mud and contaminants in your water line that goes to your house. So I like to use a piece of cardboard and just rip out a good old Amazon box or something like that and put it up underneath that pipe, and that'll keep your hands from getting muddy and touching the dirt underneath it, and it'll keep you from dropping a fitting or touching the end of the pipe in the mud. So it helps you keep just a little bit cleaner surface. All right, so all I'm gonna do is just try to center this as best I can on this fitting. I cleaned out, there was, like I said, there were roots underneath here. And you can see this pipe is not perfectly in line with this, so it definitely shifted. Probably the ground, this is Texas, the ground shifts all the time around here.
And we found out it's 1.25 inches.
Yeah, it is 1.25 inches. So all you want to do is get your rubber up nice and tight there.
Man, that breeze feels amazing.
Yeah, it does, guys. It has been hot lately. It's been well over 100 for several days now. Great timing for water to go out. Now these aren't supposed to be much tighter than hand tight. You can very easily over tighten one of these and either break or split the PVC or warp the rubber gasket on the inside, so you got to be careful about that. I'm using this for grip just to get a little bit better cinch down on it, but I'm not tightening it very tight at all. All right, so now we're gonna see if this will work as a stopgap until we can get another one of these things. We're gonna go turn the water back on and see if we get any leaks. Line's charged, we've got the water back on. I had to cinch these down just a little bit tighter than they typically would need to be. These usually do not have to be that tight, but like I said, you know, the gaskets are just a little bit worn down and it's old. So I cinched it down, and as you guys can see, it is not leaking anymore. Cardboard's dry, except for a little bit from earlier when it dripped. So we're not going to leave this way. We could just get away with leaving it like that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're going to go and get a replacement one of these, and we'll swap that out probably tomorrow. But for now, we got water back to the house without a leak, so I'm pretty happy about that.
And I'm happy about the storm that's coming in.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting some rain.
Look at
guys.
that.
Thank you, Jesus.
All of that. We need it. Our pastor needs it. Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome, beautiful. Water pipe 0,
Yep.
6-day ranch 1. We won it. We've not let this pipe defeat us. So you guys are going to get tired of hearing us say it, but we always use these opportunities just to give an example that you can let this ruin your day or your week, because it sucks. It is not fun to dig through rock and find, you know, leaks and stuff like that, but it's always going to be something, right? It's how you deal with it. So we're grateful. We've got so much to be thankful for, and we're grateful. In the end, it was a lot of work, but we didn't have to dig up a 20-foot stretch of land just to find the leak. So I'm pretty happy about that, because I have had to do that in the past. One time it took me right at about 20 foot of digging to find where the stupid leak was, because the ground had big cracks underneath it because of this Texas drought, and the water was pooling like way over there, but the leak was way over there. And it was pretty painful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're grateful it wasn't as bad. And I want to shout out some good friends of ours, Nico and Mai. They saw the last video and they offered to come out here and help us with this, and that's pretty awesome, friends. We love you guys and we appreciate the offer to help. And for those guys, people like that, people like my man Jimmy, who's a really awesome follower on our channel, and he's given me a lot of good advice and a lot of wisdom. I appreciate you, man. All of you guys that help us out and give us advice for either things like this or something with the animals, we really do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys really understand that. We really do. We're never too proud for advice. We're learning, especially with a lot of these animals. This is the first time we've done a lot of these things, so we're still learning.
Please give us all the advice you have.
Give us all the advice you have. I can't promise you we're always going to take that advice, but we will definitely listen, and we've learned a lot. So thank you guys, and keep bringing in the advice. Anyway, that's all we got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it, and we will keep you guys updated, and see you on the next video.
Yep. Look, it makes a heart. I just realized.
You dug a heart?
Yeah.
Well, I dug that part of the heart.
See if we can feed each other.
Yeah.